Hey guys, so it's 13 sleeps left till Santa comes. I'm going to share my top 5 tips for a 2020 Christmas. Let's make this one an amazing one. For those of you who haven't been to our channel before, this is Olivia and Molly's World. My name's Abby, I am a full-time working doctor. I'm married to Richard and we have 2 children, Olivia and Molly. Now, the channel was the brainchild of Olivia and Molly. They were desperate to have their own YouTube channel after spending a lot of time watching YouTube during lockdown. So Olivia is 7, Molly is 5, and the channel is called Olivia and Molly's World. We're still very much finding our feet. The channel started as a few videos, just kind of watching them baking pizza and so on, to sort of a more family vlog, and this is the first video of this kind that we're doing. So let us know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. If you've got any suggestions for future videos, thumbs up's always nice, and we're happy for comments and suggestions as well. So, down to business. Top tip number 1, get yourself a Christmas kit bag ready. Okay, this is mine. So we have to Abby, love from Abby, because it's like a gift to myself. So this bag is an old gift bag that I've repurposed, and it's going to live under the tree for Christmas Day. This bag is designed to save my time and my effort on Christmas morning. Who out of you guys has run around looking for batteries or a screwdriver or a pen or some sellotape or scissors or anything like that on Christmas Day? Yeah, I certainly have, so I came up with this idea. Now I'm going to show you what I've got in my bag. So I have a pen and some paper so that I can write down who gifts are from, or I can write down anything I need to write down. I've got a screwdriver so I can get the backs of toys to put batteries in them if I need batteries. I have batteries for said toys. Okay. I've got bin bags to put the rubbish in. I've got spare Christmas cards in case somebody turns up with a Christmas card, I can give them one back. I have got sellotape for anything that needs fixing on the day. I've got things like tissues, plasters, paracetamol, ibuprofen, in case anyone's got a headache or a sniffly nose, okay? I've got my little kit bag here, ready for any eventuality. The other essential part of your Christmas kit bag needs to be a present with a blank label, okay? If anyone comes and they say, oh, my mother got you this, or so-and-so got you that, I can say, oh, okay, great. Where's my pen from a kit bag? Let's get this spare present. Oh, yeah, I've got something for them too, okay? So that's a top tip. So top tip number 1 is get your kit bag ready. Top tip number 2 is preparation is the key. Now, there's a few little parts to this, okay? First of all, prep your cupboards. So clear out space and fill it. Okay, so I have got a Christmas cake, got a Christmas pudding, I've got a Christmas chocolate log, and some mince pies. Now, put them away, box them up if you can, so you don't have any accidental casualties. Unfortunately, one box of mince pies was harmed during the making of this video. There are 2 reasons why you should have this. There are 2 reasons why you should get this cupboard stuff ready. So the first is just so you don't have to run around later in December. All the dates on them are long, so just get them ready. The second is you don't know when you're going to end up quarantining, isolating and so on. So just have them ready so there's no stress. All of this advice is to reduce stress at Christmas. So part 2 of this advice is prep your vegetables and so on the day before. So you can cut them up ready, put them in some slightly salted water, into containers or even into the saucepans and put them in the fridge. So wherever you can stash them, keep them cold. If you're going to make things with ingredients, you could pre-measure out the ingredients. So on the day you're not kind of pouring flour and getting 100 grams and so on. Get everything as ready as you can the day before, just to reduce your time and stress on the day. You can pre-lay your table. We can't, we've got cats and they'll walk all over it, and I'm having cat fur on my plates for Christmas dinner. However, I'll have a stack of plates and the placemats and the cutlery, and I'll just put a towel over it. So that'll be ready, just again saves time on the day, looking for plates, getting them all out, making sure they're all clean, etc. But the most important part of this advice is to clock off at 6 o'clock on Christmas Eve if you can. Christmas Eve should be fun. If you've got kids in the family or kids in the house or whatever, you know, it's the scattering the reindeer food outside, it's the Christmas movie, the hot chocolates, the, you know, all the fun, you know, getting ready. So don't ruin it by cutting up carrots, okay? So clock off at 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and that is that. So that's top tip number 2. Preparation is the key. Okay. Top tip number 3, and this is a really important one. Keep it simple. It is clear that we live in this insta-perfect world. perfection is strived for. Blimey, people trash historical monuments and fall off cliffs trying to get that perfect shot for Instagram. It's not real, so don't aspire to be the same, okay? Look back at your cherished childhood memories of Christmas. Like, look back and think, what do you actually remember? Do you remember whether the tablecloth was made of silk? Do you remember if there was a centerpiece? I don't. When I look back, I feel lucky because my Christmases were amazing. I remember running down the stairs on Christmas morning, desperate to open all the presents as quickly as I can if Santa had come, which he always did because Santa's amazing. I remember like overeating at Christmas lunch, just having loads and loads of pigs in blankets and turkey and mashed potato and all the lovely stuff. I remember the desserts, I remember the chocolate for breakfast. I remember it being pressure-free time, like time to watch telly and read books and relax and play games and play with my new toys. I can't remember if we had centerpieces. I can't remember if we had the finest tablecloths. In fact, I remember we probably didn't because I would spill gravy on them. I would knock over centerpieces. I was a clumsy kid and I'm a clumsy adult. But my Christmases were amazing and I cherish all those memories. So don't aspire to those images of perfection that you see. Don't look at them and feel rubbish about yourself, okay? Just look at them and say, well done to you, and then concentrate on the good stuff that you've got going on. Keep it real, keep it simple. And here are some mini tips that I've got for the big day. Keep breakfast simple with things like croissants, crumpets, things like that, okay? Your aim is easy to prepare, minimal mess made while eating, and easy to clear away. So keep breakfast simple. Keep the food simple, okay? Olivia and Molly's favourite part of a roast dinner, apart from the dessert, obviously, is Nanny's mash. Now, Nanny's mash is pre-packed, fresh mashed potato from the supermarket. We're going to keep it simple. That's what they like, that's what they're getting. And it makes our life easier. In fact, I've already bought that and it's in the freezer ready, so I don't have to worry about it on the big day. So my top tip number 3 is keep it simple. Okay guys, we've had 3 tips so far. We've got 2 left and they are a little bit more COVID specific for 2020. Right, top tip number 4 is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Okay? In Wales at the moment, we're allowed to go to restaurants and cafes during the daytime with 3 other people, so 4 adults to a table, and they can all be from 4 different households. So in theory, I could go out for lunch today with my school friends, I could go out for dinner tonight with my work friends, I could go out tomorrow lunch with my kind of mum circle friends, and I could go out tomorrow evening with some of my family. So if I do that, I'm going to see 12 different people in close proximity without masks in 48 hours. So if I test positive the next day, then all those 12 people have to self-isolate and I've potentially infected them. It's a bit of a sobering thought when you think of it like that. I'm not going to lecture you, you do what's right, because seeing people and having that social interaction is so vitally important for mental health. But my top tip number 4 is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Okay, and that brings me to my last top tip, number 5. Acknowledge the pressure, both for you and the world around you. So December. Normally I would be going to either Surrey or the Surrey family would be coming here. We'd have a massive family meal with like 12, 16 or however many of us there are. I would be going away for the weekend with my friends Neil, Lorna and their children Ella and Toby, and we'd meet Santa somewhere. I would be having works do, I'd be having family meals, we'd be going out, we'd meet Santa here, we'd go out to kind of parties, we'd do all sorts of things. My goodness, it's normally so much fun. This year was going to be a little bit different because we were going to Lapland. So 2 days ago I would have been on a flight to Helsinki. We would have been going on the overnight Polar Express tonight to Lapland itself, Rovaniemi, staying there for 6 days, meeting Santa, seeing the reindeer, going on husky rides, doing all the good stuff. So instead of all that, I'm sitting in the kitchen chatting to you guys. I can't even go out locally because Molly's in isolation. On the 1st of December, Olivia was collected from school and she stayed in isolation until the 10th. She was free on the 11th. I thought, brilliant, we're going to go out on the weekend for a nice walk, we'll do some nice things, you know, socially distanced, COVID safe things. And then yesterday on the 12th, I had to go and collect Molly, and Molly's in isolation now until the 20th. It's rubbish. You know, I count myself lucky that I haven't been directly affected by COVID and I haven't lost any friends or family to it. But it is fair to say that this year is pants and it is not what we were hoping for. Now with COVID, changes can happen anytime, anywhere. Coping with uncertainty is really hard. And how I'm coping with it is making plans. So I'm acknowledging the stress and I'm acknowledging things can change. And to reduce that stress for myself and my family, we've got plan A, plan B, plan C, and so on. So for example, my mother, father and grandmother are going to come to me for Christmas lunch. However, if my mum is isolating, I'll bring my grandmother here and she can have lunch with us. If I'm isolating, my mum has got a roast beef joint in the freezer that she can defrost and cook for her, my dad and my nan. If I'm isolating and my mum and dad are isolating, my nan's got some frozen meals in her freezer and lots of mini desserts to keep her going. It won't be the same, but at least we'll all get fed and have something special on Christmas Day. Having these backups and acknowledging the stress and the pressure and the uncertainty of the future, it makes it less stressful for us. So another part of this tip is to be kind to yourselves. It is absolutely okay to mourn the loss of what you should be doing and could be doing and usually would be doing. I've shed quite a few tears in the last few days looking at pictures of Rovaniemi, the snow that's fallen there at the minute, you know, and the live kind of pictures you get on Facebook. Been looking at videos of reindeers and husky rides and all these other things because I'm not doing it and I'm sad and I'm gutted because that was a holiday of a lifetime. There's so much in the world that I'm grateful for, but I'm allowed to be hacked off and I'm allowed to be a bit sad as well. So I tend to look on the bright side and I practice gratitude. It's something I've been doing for a while. It's how I cope with life and kids and work, by thinking about what I'm thankful for. Now, if I'm talking to someone who's in the depths of despair about their kind of ruined Christmas and Christmas is cancelled, me spouting that is just going to annoy people. So you just got to be mindful of how other people are coping during this festive season and just kind of be there virtually for your friends and your family and be that listening ear. That is tip number 5, acknowledge the stress both for you and the world around you. So thank you guys for watching. I'll recap my top 5 tips now. I just wanted to say again, if you like this content, then please comment, let us know your thoughts. I'm happy to make more and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So my top tips for a 2020 COVID Christmas to reduce your stress are: 1. Get yourself a Christmas kit bag. 2. Preparation is the key. 3. Keep it simple. 4. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And 5. Acknowledge the stress both for yourself and the world around you. So Olivia wanted to join me for the end of this video. So Olivia, do you have any top tips for reducing parents and children's stress during Christmas?
Yes, don't worry, as long as we have each other, we'll all be safe.
So cute. Okay, so guys, be kind to yourself, enjoy your Christmas, have a good time. Christmas is not cancelled, it's just going to be different.
Yeah.
Being different doesn't mean it's going to be bad. We can do this. We can get through Christmas. And then we're in 2021. There is a vaccine now. In fact, there's lots of vaccines coming. The future is bright and next Christmas is going to be without any of this stress, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So take care, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Make paper chains.